Today I want to teach you about covered calls. If you already know what a covered call is, then skip over this. A covered call is really important if you want to make passive income. When I'm in a certain place, I'm probably going to use a lot of covered calls. And so you'll notice two phrases there, covered and call, okay? What does covered mean? Covered means you own 100 shares. You already own those shares. And a call is an option. And an option is an agreement to basically buy or sell 100 shares, okay, at a certain strike price. And so remember, when you're covered, you already own the shares. And today we're going to look at NIO because NIO's trading for incredible prices right now. Let's say you paid $2,000 for 100 shares of NIO, right? I know this chart is confusing. Don't worry, we're going to break it down. You can write a contract that says, I will sell you 100 shares of NIO at $22. Now hold on a minute. Why on God's green earth would you agree to a contract like this? Why would you write that? Because you get a premium. And you can make these premiums every week. And so what is a premium? Okay, so let's take a look at this. Last, ask, and bid. And so ask is the price that the sellers are asking for, 26 cents per share. Then bid, 24 cents per share. And remember, we're talking about 100 shares. So you multiply 26 cents and you get $26, okay? Or you multiply 24 cents and you get $24. We can look at the last. That's basically what the last contract was sold for. Or on average, basically, you can make $25 selling a contract that says, if the price goes to $22, I will sell you my shares at $22. We would do this if we don't think it's going to go above $22, or if we're comfortable with the stock price reaching $22 and selling it there, okay? So if you do this correctly, there's no risk, but you need to pick a good stock. Let's say we buy NIO once again for $2,000 and it jumps down to 18. Well, we just lost $200. And so we want the stock to stay kind of up and where we bought it at. Do not do this if you think that the stock is going to go down. That's not a good idea because you just lost a lot of money. Let's say that we do this every week. That's called a weekly. On some stocks, you can do that. On NIO, we can do this, okay? So let's take a look at next week. It says for $22, you can get $52. Last week, or this week, I'm sorry, it's $25. And so what determines the price? Why are these prices so different? Well, we have intrinsic value, which means the price of the stock versus the price of the strike price. And we have extrinsic value, which is implied volatility, and also that's theta. A contract over time, an option, loses value as it gets closer to the strike price. That's called theta. So I want you to imagine this for a minute. You spend $4,000 on NIO, and you sold 2 of these contracts. You just made $120. Congratulations. You can do this weekly. You can do this every week. You can make $120. I don't think that that's a good idea, because the price will probably eventually jump over 20.50. I'm risky, but I'm not dumb, if that makes any kind of sense. I would sell them at $22. If I had $4,000 right now, I would sell these each for $25 every week. And let's do some math here. 50 times 4 is 200. 200 times 12 months in a year, is 2,400. So you're making $2,400, this is with $4,000. You're making $2,400 in a year. You covered your internet, you covered your car insurance, but what are the risks? You do not want the share price to go so far down that you already lost your initial investment. We want NIO to stay, NIO like from the Matrix, we want NIO to stay from $20 to maybe 21.50 because, goddamn church, we want to collect the premiums, and ideally we don't want to sell our shares, okay? So that's the other risk. If it reaches 22, your shares will be what's called assigned. So, and that means that whatever broker you're using, they're gonna take your 100 shares. They're gonna give you $22 for each share. This is why covered calls are so good, because you choose the strike price that they basically assign you at. Okay, so even $22.50, you're making $19. That's $20. Let's say I do this every week. 20 times 4, 2, 4, 6, 8, $80 in a month. 80 times 12. I'm no mathematician. I'm sorry. I'm not. You're making a lot of money. You've covered your internet bill. So the hope is that you can keep selling these contracts and not get in the money. And in the money means that the price of the share is what you said that you'll sell it at. So you want it to stay at like $21.50 and not go to 22. But if you're comfortable with selling the stock at 22, then you won and you collected your premium. And like I said, this is something you can do every week with stocks. This is something you can do every month. NEO is looking really good right now because the implied volatility is off the charts. But that's only because earnings is around the corner.